singing bowl. Begin the song exactly where you are. Remain within the world of which you're made. Call nothing common in the earth or air. Accept it all and let it be for good. Start with the very breath you breathe in now. This moment's pulse, this rhythm in your blood, and listen to it, ringing soft and low. Stay with the music. Words will come in time. Slow down your breathing. Keep it deep and slow. Become an open singing bowl whose chime is richness rising out of emptiness and timelessness resounding into time. And when the heart is full of quietness, begin the song exactly where you are. Yes.
God is everything to me. I myself can do nothing, spare nothing, bear nothing, old weathered woman waiting. Author of the mysteries, ecstasy of blazing suns and swooning moons and these crooning winds and water, earth and fire. Yearning spirit, burning flesh, consummating desire, tossing off the soul's attire, ever I in you and you in me. Mirroring the ancient crush, now absorbed in odd emotion, disturbed and shocked devotion, child of mine, child of eternity. Agony of love divine, send me as a lark ascending, befriending skies attending, ever to the vast and to the still. Infant Christ infleshed in mine, you and I might do something, sing something, kiss something, ever as you would and as you will. God is everything to me. I myself can do nothing, spare nothing, bear nothing, old weather woman waiting. I should probably introduce myself a little bit. I know most of you know Malcolm. I'm a Canadian guy. I got in trouble at a grocery store by saying that out loud yesterday, and it developed into a very fast, friction conversation. That it was unintended, but anyway, I mean well, and I mean well, and so it's really wonderful to be. Really wonderful to be. I've known of this event for years, and I'm thrilled to be here. I'm from Canada. I tour around a lot up there. I met Malcolm in 2011. I went out to England to sing at a C.S. Lewis conference in Oxford and Cambridge. And when I went out there, I was kind of about as empty as can be. I was just dry as a bone, and was wondering if I was done. I was actually having that conversation that maybe I should quit this before somebody has to give me the talk, right? And but I went out to this thing, and Malcolm was the keynote speaker on the first night. I'd never seen a creature like him before. It was like, what is that? You know. And he walked on stage, and I just gotta say this: that my dry, dead cisterns filled up to overflowing in 45 minutes, and have been ever since. I came home, started writing music to his poems, and eventually had to confess that to him. And we became sort of friends.
Yeah, it was amazing actually, because I hadn't known Steve before we met at this conference, and I was told there was this Canadian singer-songwriter, and I like singer-songwriters, but I was a little bit wary, because people had occasionally exposed to me to something that they called contemporary Christian music, and and I was kind of dubious about all three of those names. So I kind of didn't know what to expect, and I showed up, and apart from this great when I first showed up, you were doing a very deeply bluesy version of a song, and it was just gorgeous. I played a little bit, not like that, acoustically. And then you suddenly switched modes and you played the lorica, you played this, So so it was one of those weird things at a conference where you're trying to get hold of the speaker. So I was running around going, so I've seen Steve Bell, I want to fanboy on Steve Bell. Not knowing that Steve Bell was going on again, where's that Malcolm guy? And anyway, so I took advantage of the fact that we're in Cambridge and I lived there to invite him home for lunch, and just said casually, bring the guitar. So I got this private Steve Bell concert around our kitchen table. I'll never forget that, because I was so I became aware of this presence, and my daughter, my then teenage daughter, had come slowly down the stairs, attracted by this extraordinary sound from the kitchen, and she was standing there with her doors open. It's like, finally my dad knows someone cool. So we hit it off, and then a thing happened where, we started, Steve had an idea that he wanted to work on an album, and could I do some, I was amazed, he wanted to look at my poetry. This was the year before Sounding the Seasons came out, so I had all these poems, but they're not very well known. And then he went back to Canada, and then I had a poem. I was just working on what became Sounding the Seasons, and I had this poem about the baptism of Christ, and I just had an inkling, maybe Steve might like this, so he'd give me his email. So I sent off the email, and didn't think much about it until some hours later. I got an amazing reply, but you take up how it was for you at that point.
I was at a songwriting retreat. I was day 5 of a 5-day songwriting retreat, and hadn't written a single word or note. Just sitting there like an idiot. And that morning, I heard a ding on my cell, and I promised myself not to engage with the internet. But nothing was happening, I might as well. And there was this thing from Malcolm, and he's like, I just wrote this poem, you might like it, and I preached on it last Sunday, and here's a link to the sermon. And I thought, well, sure, I'll listen to this and read it and stuff. And about an hour later, the song was done.
Yeah, I thought, it's like a kind of jukebox. Instead of putting it down, you put the sonnet in, you press send.